Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Chicago. My apology for not being able to visit with you in person, but I am delighted that I have this opportunity to be with you through video. I want to thank organizers for giving me this opportunity. I really want to compliment them for organizing this conference on higher education. Also want to thank them for the Personality of the Year award. I appreciate your generosity and I accept this award on behalf of all my colleagues at the National Knowledge Commission. It is really a recognition for the work that we are all doing as a group. I have requested Dr. Lavkare and Dr. Patwardhan to accept the award on my behalf. Dr. Lavkare and I had an opportunity to work together at the Science Advisory Council to the Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. I have had some great memories of our interactions, and I am delighted that he agreed to accept this award. Along with Dr. Patwardhan, whom I had recently met in Chicago and had some very interesting discussions with him on higher education. I am told that Dr. Kasturi Rangan, our distinguished scientist, head of ISRO, would be presenting the award, and I would miss the opportunity to meet with him. He has been a close friend, well-wisher, and a great contributor to India's development. I promise him that I will catch up with him during my next visit to Delhi. Thank you for all the love and affection and this opportunity. I would like to focus on first introduction to the National Knowledge Commission, then talk specifically about the recommendations of the higher education, and then give you a little bit of a feel for what the future might look like for all of us, mainly because of innovations, technology, and new initiatives all over the world. National Knowledge Commission was set up by the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh just over 2 years ago to look at institutions and infrastructures required to strengthen our capacity in knowledge in the 21st century. This is the first knowledge commission of its kind in the world. There have been a lot of commissions on IT, education, science, but not on knowledge. We decided to look at knowledge in the broader sense, as opposed to focusing on a specific vertical like education. The commission consists of 7 distinguished citizens with different background, different perceptions, different experiences. We meet once every couple of months for 2-3 days. We have a staff office in Delhi, and we essentially focus on 5 areas of knowledge. Access to knowledge, which include things like languages, literacy, translation, libraries, portals, networks, reservations, quotas, affirmative action programs. The second area is knowledge concepts, which essentially relates to all education, primary education, secondary education, vocational education, distance learning, open courseware, higher education, so on and so forth. Third area relates to knowledge creation, as to who creates knowledge, how knowledge is created. And there we focus on innovations, entrepreneurship, patents, copyright, trademarks. We look at then application of knowledge, mainly in agriculture, health, and small and medium scale industries. We also look at traditional knowledge and how traditional knowledge can be applied to present environment. Finally, the fifth area relates to knowledge related services, with particular emphasis on e-governance, as to how we can use knowledge to improve governance, to bring about transparency, productivity, efficiency, accountability. Our normal process consists of setting up working groups. So we select a subject, we have some preliminary discussions on it, and then we put together a working group consisting of distinguished experts in the area, like in library or intellectual property. We would have 10, 20, 15 people. They in turn go out, meet with stakeholders, have discussions, debates at various levels in the country, and come back with a white paper to the Commission. Commission then discusses that white paper at the regular Commission meeting, and based on that discussion comes up with sets of recommendations, and the output would be a letter from the Chairman on behalf of the Knowledge Commission to the Prime Minister, spelling out exactly specific recommendations on that subject. This letter, once received in the PM's office, gets into the government system. As you know, we work with 6 ministries: Ministry of Human Resource Development, Science and Technology, IT, Commerce, Agriculture, and Planning Commission. Simultaneously, we as a team start working with the Planning Commission on resources. Discussion starts, and then some of these recommendations find its way through in implementation at various levels in the government. So far, we have submitted recommendations on 20 different subjects, 160 specific recommendations, and many of these recommendations are at various levels in the government on implementation. For example, in the first year, we submitted recommendations on on libraries, translation, languages, knowledge network, right to education, vocational education, higher education, National Science Foundation, and e-governance. In the second year, we submitted recommendations on health information network, some more portals, open and distance education, school education, legal, medical, business, and now engineering education or technical education, intellectual property, traditional knowledge. At present, we are working on several other relevant issues related to how to get more of our children into maths and sciences, how to improve teachers' training, learning methods, and many other areas of interest to overall knowledge initiatives.